I want to talk about work, especially as it is Monday, and many people have difficulties going back to work on a Monday. So let's talk about work briefly. Maybe not a subject you want to hear about. Part of being made in God's image is sharing in the industrious and creative aspects of His nature through your work. Maybe your job isn't all you dreamed it would be. There are still principles in Scripture that can help you work successfully, whether you love your job or not. Wherever you are employed, believe that God has placed you there for a reason. That's where I met my wife, at work. And then do your work as well a way to serve Him and others. Is there a principle in these promises which I'm going to give you, which will help you out with your labour this week? 2 Chronicles 15 and verse 7. For you, be strong and courageous, for your work will be rewarded. Psalm 127 and verse 1. Unless the Lord builds a house, the work builders is wasted. 1 Corinthians 15 and verse 58. My dear brothers and sisters, be strong and immovable. Always work enthusiastically for the Lord, for you know that nothing you do for the Lord is ever useless. Galatians 6 verses 4 to 5. Pay careful attention to your own work, for then you will get the satisfaction of a job well done, and you won't need to compare yourself to anyone else. For we are each responsible for our own conduct. Ephesians 4 and verse 16. He makes the whole body fit together perfectly. Each part does its own special work. It helps the other parts to grow, so that the whole body is healthy and growing and full of love. Colossians 3:23. Work willingly at whatever you do, as though you were working for the Lord rather than for people. 1 Thessalonians 4 verses 11 to 12. Make it your goal to live a quiet life, minding your own business and working with your hands, just as you've been instructed before. Then people who are not believers will respect the way you live, and you will not need to depend on others. Hebrews 4 verses 9 to 10. There is a special rest still waiting for the people of God, for all who have entered into God's rest have rested from their labours, just as God did after creating the world. God is not unjust. He will not forget how hard you have worked for Him and how you have shown your love to Him by caring for other believers, as you still do. As you care for others, so God will care for you. Be blessed.